Hey everyone, you ever watch a Mr. Beast video and just think, how does he do it? How does every single one get millions, even hundreds of millions of views? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain. We're breaking down the hidden formula behind one of his biggest hits to figure out the magic.
So it all kicks off with this wild, almost ridiculous question. What happens when you pit the world's strongest man against 100 kids? I mean, who wins that? It's such a simple, perfect hook. You can't not want to know the answer, right?
But here's the thing. This isn't just random chaos for the camera. Oh no. Underneath all that spectacle, there's a brilliant, carefully crafted formula. It's a system designed for one thing, to go viral. And that's exactly what we're here to do, to take that formula apart piece by piece. Okay, so here's the plan. We're going to look at the formula itself, then dive into the key ingredients, these David vs. Goliath matchups, the insane stakes, and of course, the human drama. Then we'll see how it all comes together in the grand finale and wrap up with why this thing is just so effective.
All right, let's get into it. First up, we need to look bigger than just the challenges themselves. What's the secret sauce? What's the strategic pattern that ties all these wild contests together?
And here it is. We're calling it the viral formula. And really, it's a powerful combination of four things. You've got this lopsided, asymmetric conflict, absolutely massive stakes, you add in some human drama, and top it all off with a spectacle that just keeps escalating. That's the framework. That's what we're looking for.
Okay, ingredient number one. This is where it all starts. See, you need an instant story. And what's the oldest, most effective story in the book? David versus Goliath. You create this totally lopsided, unfair fight, and bam, you're hooked.
Just look at this first challenge. You've got the fastest woman on Earth, a 3-time Olympic gold medalist, by the way, and she's up against 100 totally random dudes. It's the ultimate pro versus amateur showdown, just scaled up to an insane degree. And right away, you know who the underdog is. You know who you're rooting for.
And it's not just about human skill. Check this out. It's about technology, too. You have the #1 jet suit racer in the world versus DJ Khaled on a jet ski. I mean, come on. It's a guy flying versus a guy on the water. The visual alone is just nuts. It's brilliant.
And the pattern just keeps going. A pro golfer, Bryson DeChambeau, a 2-time major champ, versus Johnny. Who's Johnny? Just some random guy they pulled off the course that day. It boils down to a super simple question. Can a regular Joe pull off a miracle shot against one of the best in the world?
And here's one more, just to show you how clever this formula can be. You've got the world record holder for the vertical jump against a comedian. But wait, here's the twist. The comedian gets a trampoline. Even with that help, he's still the underdog. It's this perfect clash of pure athletic genius versus a hilarious shortcut.
So, okay, having an underdog is a great start, but it's not the whole story. You need stakes. You need a reason for everyone, the people playing and us watching at home, to be on the edge of our seats. And that brings us to ingredient number 2, absolutely massive, life-changing stakes. Remember that race against the fastest woman on Earth? They weren't just running for fun. Nope, there was $100,000 on the line. That's the kind of number that makes you lean in a little closer to the screen. It suddenly feels real. And with the golf challenge, they made it even more real. It wasn't just a pile of cash, it was a brand new Tesla. Just think about that. The dream of hitting one perfect golf shot and driving home in a Tesla, that's powerful stuff. That's a story you want to see play out.
And they do it again in the baseball game. $50,000 just for getting on base. You see the pattern here? Every challenge has these huge, high-value prizes that turn it from a silly game into a massive, monumental event.
And that's the key, right? The prizes are what turn a simple challenge into high-stakes drama. We, the audience, get emotionally invested because we know what $100 grand or a new car would mean. It gives the whole thing real, actual weight. But, you know, even with a great underdog story and huge stakes, you're still missing something. That secret ingredient that makes it unforgettable. And that's personality. It's the human drama. That's what turns a cool spectacle into a story you actually care about.
I mean, look at DJ Khaled. He gets absolutely smoked by the jet suit. Loses completely. And what does he do? He celebrates like he just won the Olympics. His personality is so huge that his reaction is what you remember, not the fact that he lost. That right there is the power of human drama. Or how about this moment with I Show Speed? He's in the middle of this super intense soccer shootout, totally in the zone. They ask him what's on his mind, and all he says is, Ronaldo. Just that one word tells you everything you need to know about his drive, his hero, his entire mindset. It's pure character in a single word. And this human element isn't just about big-name celebrities either. Get this. A random fan in the stands catches a foul ball and instantly wins $50,000. And his reaction is just gold. He says, I just showed up to this game and won $50,000 because Chandler sucks. It's so real, so unfiltered, and hilarious. It pulls you in and makes you feel like you're part of it too.
All right, so we've got our 3 key ingredients. We've got the underdog conflict, the massive stakes, and the human drama. Now let's look at the grand finale, that insane tug of war, because this is where all those elements come together in the most perfect epic climax.
Just look at how they build this. It starts with one strong man, and the kids win. Okay, so they add another, the kids win again. Then 4 strong men, the kids win. 6, they win. 8, they win. Every single time, against all logic, these 100 kids somehow manage to win. The spectacle just keeps building and building, escalating the tension until you get to the final impossible showdown against all 10 of the world's strongest men. And, somehow, the kids win. It's unbelievable.
Okay, wow. So we've looked at the matchups, the money, the people, and that epic finale. So let's bring it all home. What's the big takeaway here? Why does this formula work so well?
It really boils down to this. Each piece of the puzzle is doing a specific job. The lopsided conflict, that gives you an instant story. The massive stakes, that gives the story weight and makes you care. The human drama, that's what makes it relatable and makes you remember it. And that escalating spectacle, that just makes it impossible to look away. It is an absolute masterclass in capturing and holding on to your attention.
And that kind of leaves us with a big question, doesn't it? We've seen how powerful this formula is. It's basically engineered for virality. But as the entertainment gets bigger, as the formula gets more and more refined, what happens to the actual story? To that simple human element at the center of it all? It's definitely something to think about.